Welcome everybody to the final rounds of the season in the iRacing MSA British Simulators Winter Series. I'm Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and Conrad Venter, and we're at the Circuit de la South for the second time this week, Adam, and we saw some great racing here the other night, and I'm sure this will cap off the season very, very nicely.
Yeah, and it's perfectly poised for the championship as well. It is very, very close going into these final 4 races of the season. Been a brilliant season, in fact, and let's dive straight into the championship standings then. Currently top is no longer Kip Stevens. I think he's been at the top all season. Not anymore. It's Andreas Katz leading the way by 16 points. Then it is Selin Chapalevsky in 3rd. Roy Verke, the highest AM driver, in 4th. Then it's Roy Verke in 5th. 6th is Mark Woodhouse. 7th is John Roberts. 8th is Max Wright. Jack McIntyre 9th. And Nathan Davis rounds at the top 10, a 700-point spread between those guys. And then Roy Verke leads Mark Woodhouse by just over 200 points. And John Roberts, he's only 13 points behind him in 3rd. Max Wright 4th. 5th, Jamie Ayres. 6th, Ron Murray. 7th, Rob Graham. 8th, Steve Richardson. 9th, Scott Malcolm. And 10th, Forster Mattern. And then in the team standings, take this with a pinch of salt, I think, because it says on my screen, team standings after 44 of 20 races. Apex Racing leading the way. 1,600 points ahead of Momo Racing in 2nd. Automech 3rd, Boosted 4th, Flemings Racing in 5th. Then it's ProSim 6th. Automech then in 7th, Alphalatech 8th. CQR Club in 9th, Simpson Racing 10th, and then CQR S-Line 11th with Engine All Direct in 12th.
Yeah, and I think mathematically at least, I think we have a 6-horse race. I think Richard Gore and, in fact, a 7-horse race. I think Gore, Woodhouse and Roberts, who technically speaking have a chance of taking the title, but we've got to make it clear to the viewers at home that that's pretty much impossible. You'd have to win every single race and rely on everyone else retiring in every race.
Not too inconceivable in this championship, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case. Annoyingly,
well, we saw on the Circuit de la South the other night that it can be a race of attrition, so we'll see.
Oh yeah. Oh, we had the leaders crash off on 2 consecutive laps into Indianapolis. That's just summed it all up. I presume it's a 3-lap race. On my screen, I can't even see the length of the race.
There's a 3-lap race, yes.
It is a 3-lap race. That's good. And this is me viewing on a 1080 monitor. So there you go. And we're running through the grid in a moment. I think we've still got 1 minute left of the half-an-hour qualifying session. We're getting things underway a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, and the drivers and the organisers very sensibly giving the drivers half an hour. It's a 5-minute lap round here, and the fact that qualifying lasts twice as long as the race is always quite amusing.
It was a bit of a debacle on Sunday, wasn't it? It was a 10-minute session, and the moment the 10 minutes had elapsed, we went straight to the grid, so the qualifying didn't matter anyway. So, yeah, good job of the organisers to go to 30 minutes.
Yeah, they've adapted well, so we'll see what's going on. As we enter the last sort of 30 seconds of qualifying, then Selin Chapalevsky is on pole position. He's the second clear of Alexander Smolensky with Daniel Hunt in 3rd, Tommy Osgaard in 4th, Stuart McFadden 5th, Rory Butcher 6th, 7th Pete Newman, 8th Richard Gore, 9th Kip Stevens and 10th Robert Graham. A strong showing from Stevens. Remember, he kind of bungled his qualifying a bit, didn't he, at the before he was saved by the session, effectively, the other night.
Yeah, he did. The same for Selin Chapalevsky as well. I remember he crashed late on, but then he got restored to nearly the front row because of his iRating. Mark Woodhouse is on his way through to the final chicane. Same for Stuart McFadden, who's currently in provisional 5th spot. Flag now out, so he's in the way, and that's probably going to be both of their qualifying ruined here. Not too many other cars left.
I don't know if they made any contact, but we'll have to find out, I guess. It's not going to please Stuart McFadden.
4:59. That was on for. He was on for a good lap as well, actually, because he definitely lost a few seconds there through the final chicane. And Mark Woodhouse doesn't improve. He stays in 22nd.
Yeah, Woodhouse looks like he's struggling with the course out there. 5 minutes, 7 seconds. It could be that the early qualifying's caught a couple of drivers out because there's quite a few who didn't even set a time in practice, which is fairly unusual. Really, it's between Cat Stevens and Chapalevsky. Verke's a wild card, really, just in case. Go on, something's gone off.
So I was just watching Kip Stevens vault the curbs at the final chicane, and it's an invalidated lap, so he'll stay in 9th place.
Okay, but that's a good qualifying for him anyway as he pursues the championship. Yeah, really, Roy Viverki is very unlikely to take the title, but he's much more likely to take the AM title because the 200-point lead, as you said, at this point is very, very useful indeed.
200 points. It's going to be hard for him to throw that away. Then again, it is 4 races, so 2 DNFs, and well, it's unlikely, but 2 wins for Mark Woodhouse. And then he's right back in the fray. He'll be hoping for a kind reverse grid today to help him get some points and close the gap to Roy Viverki in the final races of what is a 48 race season.
Yeah, I don't think it's terribly unlikely that Woodhouse could win a race, but because he's shown good pace this season, he wouldn't be up in 6th in the main championship without that. But I think Viverki just needs to concentrate on getting to the end of the first 2 races, and once he's done that, I think he's pretty much home and dry.
Who we got left on laps then? No one.
He's still out there.
Tristan Bodice, actually. We got a few, actually. Tristan Bodice.
Where's Bodice? Is he near the Porsche curves, is he?
Yeah, he's near the Porsche curves. Same for Lee Barmer. McIntyre's also up there, and Pete Newman and possibly Laura Bond. I think those are all everyone else. Those are all the other drivers that are currently on laps. Oh, Bodice!
Oh, Bodice loses it, and there's a big crash for him. Has that affected Lee Barmer at all?
I don't think so.
He's on his way. 5 minutes 4.5 for Barmer. 8 seconds off the pace. He'll be seeing if he can do anything about that. It looks like he's taking semi-cautiously through the Porsche curves, and there he goes.
Offline. Yeah,
maybe slightly too cautious. It could have been. Maybe the weight transfer a little bit too high.
Well, this is just a taster, I think, of some of the action we're going to have in the race. Jack McIntyre's next to come around. He's coming into the final corner now. He hasn't set a time, actually, so he's currently going to be starting based on his iRacing, which, looking at it, isn't too shabby. More than mine, anyway.
He nearly lost the back end through the first of the chicanes. Through the second one, it's all nice and tidy from Jack McIntyre. Where does he come across? And it's a modest 18th, but it does improve himself... improve his position by a good sort of 8 or 9 places.
Newman doesn't improve on his time. It was a 5:02. He stays in 7th compared to his 4:59. He said earlier. Now we just wait for Laura Bond. He's just heading through the Porsche curves now. She is looking at the times.
Had a bit of a mistake, did she?
She's in stone dead last, actually, 35th at the moment. So
I wonder if she had a tiny mistake because she's quite slow coming out of the first part of the Porsche curves, and that's a bit too fast through the last part. So Bond should be annoyed with that. I think a good opportunity to gain at least a few grid positions.
Well, the good news is I don't think she'll be starting in last. Looking at the iRatings,
no chance she'll be last. I don't think
it will be Michael Bake that's going to be starting. Oh no, it's Peter Van Gool actually. Will be starting in last place for this race. Peter Van Gool, I'll just double check to see what my iRating is and see if I have more than you. No, you've got more than me just by a few points.
And he's starting last, so what does that say about you?
Well,
I mean, in fairness,
I should be fired then, really.
Mine's
I
nearly the same
these drivers, can I?
Mine's about the same as yours, I think. So I'm not in a much better position to judge at the minute. Right then, qualifying is over. Then, Adam, everyone has completed their laps. So if you could take us through the starting grid for round 45 of 48 here at this Circuit de la Sarthe.
Okay, it's Chepalevsky and Smolensky on the front row. This should be fun. Dan Hunt starting in 3rd. Tommy Ostgaard up in 4th place there with Stuart McFadden in 5th. Ever improving there. Rory Butcher up in 6th place with Pete Newman 7th after being fastest in practice. 2 seconds slower than his practice time. Richard Gore in 8th. Kip Stevens 9th and Rob Graham 10th. Andrew Whitehead starting in 11th. 12th for Cesaro Rizzo. 13th for Max Wright. Gav Hickling in then 14th place. 7th fastest in practice, and he was a 10th of a second quicker in qualifying, and he was 7 places lower. Steve Hepburn 15th, 16th Colin Robinson, 17th Tristan Bodice, 18th Jack McIntyre, 19th Scott Malcolm, and 20th is Lee Barmer. 21st is John Roberts, 22nd Stuart Atkinson, 23rd is Mark Woodhouse, 24th Simon Roden, 25th is Steve Richardson, And then we get into the cars that didn't set times. I'll try and sort it out based on iRacing for you before we get the grid done for us. Andreas Katz will be next up in 26th because his iRacing is a good amount higher than everyone else's. His is 6,000, and it could almost be the highest one there in the whole field. So Katz 26th, and 27th it is going to be Laura Bond, and then 28th is going to be Andy Shield, and 29th Diogo Melro, 30th Nathan Davies, 31st is Lee Berridge, 32nd is Jamie Ayres, 33rd is Michael Blake, 34th is Peter Van Gool. I think I missed one out there. But yeah, that's the grid. Nathan Davis, yeah, he's being there somewhere.
Yes, he will. And got a good feel for this final meeting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 35 we have. That is very, very good. The amount of people who've turned up here.
Going to be treated to a flyover. We're going to have it 4 times tonight. We've gone all out with the budget for this final race meeting. We're going to have the French Air Force now.
Yeah, the French Air Force for Le Grand Finale, of course. And let's see whether we can get some fireworks. We've had the air show. Hopefully we won't have any cars flying through the air like we saw at Road America on Tuesday night. I always think the cars are revving up when I hear the planes. Yeah, fantastic. See them flying over.
They're somewhere. I can't see them, but they are there.
Right. Okay, then 4 times 3 laps tonight here at the circuit, the 24 Hours de Le Mans.
13 Ks, 38 corners.
It's definitely a bit of a monster, this one.
Yeah.
A lot of field spread here, Adam. From we've got about 10 seconds of the field, but what this track does, it does bring everyone together with the slipstream. We documented many times. This Mazda MX-5 provides a lot of slipstream, and that's definitely something we'll be seeing a lot tonight.
What we're hoping for is that the drivers take it relatively cleanly for the first sector, then we can have all 35 of them unleashed onto the Mulsanne straight for the first time, because we saw that in race 4 in the Winter Series on Sunday night, and pretty brilliant.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we can get a clean start, a clean sector 1. If everyone goes through Turk Rouge properly, then we should have some fantastic action on the back straight.
Here we go then.
All right then. For the first time tonight, the final race 1 of the season.
Green, green, green.
He's underway. The green light is on. Chapelewski gets away decently, and so does Smolenski. Hunt and then Osgaard and Butcher side by side. Sorry, Osgaard and McFadden, and now Butcher draws alongside Osgaard. See if everyone can get through cleanly.
Oh, McFadden up the inside of Dan Hunt. Very close to contact there, and that allows Osgaard up the inside of him as well. Good start by those two.
And absolutely no incidents so far, so fantastic racing. Through the first couple of corners from everybody. Stelly and Chapelewski, as is customary, he does not hang around. He does not want to be prey to the slipstream down the Mulsanne.
And don't think for a second that Stelly Chapelewski is out in the clear. He crashed off whilst in the lead on Sunday at Indianapolis later around the lap.
Yeah, and here we go then. You see the Le Mans football ground on the left side as the cars stream towards us. This is what we wanted, Adam. Everyone through cleanly and let the slipstreaming commence.
Oh yeah, we're about to go 3 wide already. It's Heifers, Whitehead, and someone on the outside. That might be Hickling.
Rizzo, is it? Oh no, Hickling, you're right.
Look at the dust getting kicked up offline here, and Smolenski's going for the lead on Sheppy as well, going into the Forza chicane.
Yeah, it's very, very dirty in some parts of this straight. That might get cleared off as the cars use it more across the meeting. Oh, and Hefford's run into the back of Andrew Whitehead at the chicane. Whitehead does well to gather it all up. is going to be under pressure from 19. Jack
McIntyre.
McIntyre, who's made a good start.
I can see the damage on Steve Hefford's car as Chepelewski takes the lead back again from Smolenski. And who's that pulling alongside Hefford? It is Max Wright.
Dan Hunt through the middle for the lead, 3 wide.
Oh my word, yeah, here we go.
Here comes Daniel Hunt. But we've got to turn left at the end of this long straightaway section.
Well, cuts across there. Cheppy now moving to the outside. Here comes Jack McIntyre at a fair rate.
And McFadden and Osgard. McFadden up the inside into the second chicane, and he's through into third.
His car definitely had wings there.
Driving from the Scotsman for Automech.
And now Tommy Ostgaard getting himself into the mix. Tell you what, we could have had a good shot here today, driving in these Mazda MX-5s.
I reckon so. Would have been quite a good meeting to do. Broadcasting duties, however, as here comes and no steering wheel actually on my part into Mulsanne corner. Do the fast right-hand kink. You've got to then slow it down for the sharp right-hander. It's almost a hairpin, not quite.
Cars running into the back of each other. It's all concertina-ing up a little bit there. Richard Gora, Pete Newman and Cesaro Rizzo all went into the back of each other.
McIntyre, Whitehead and Hefford very close together as well. Hefford still behind Whitehead, so potential for at least for some more things to go on. I think everyone is still going out there on the circuit, which is fantastic.
Apart from Andy Shield, however, I don't think he took the start either. As here comes Hunt for the lead.
Yeah, he definitely did take the start. Dan Hunt.
Now, this corner caught out a few drivers on Sunday night, so be careful, guys.
Indianapolis, fast right. And then medium speed left with a lot of camber, which does allow the drivers to be confident through there. Now a 6-car train is developing. A slow down penalty, it looks like, for Richard Gore. That allows Cesare Rizzo to go through.
Just got a poor run out the corner, I think. Rizzo, the two of them, that is Hickling and Newman and Gore. He went through the middle of both of them. Now into the Porsche curves, where we saw a huge incident in race 1. I think Michael Hall was on his roof for 2 consecutive laps in race 1 on Sunday.
You remember that. As now this train is clear of the rest of the field, so it's Daniel Hunt leading. Stuart McFadden up the inside of Stelian Chepelewski, and this is a nice move by McFadden. Using the clean line, Chepelewski on the dirty stuff. Now they really need to... Oof, that's very close. I wonder if McFadden might have grazed the wall there. I did see some sparks, Adam.
Oh, here comes Oscar. He's not holding back, is he? He's going around the outside. Cesare Rizzo's dropping down the order massively too. I don't know what's happened to Rizzo.
Yeah, Oscar doing a good job.
Oh, he's crashed in the Porsche curves, hasn't he?
Somebody else has crashed.
It's Gore.
Richard Gore.
I can tell you that Rizzo lost it on his own, but Richard Gore, he lost it on the exit of the Porsche curves, did he? Oh, it's so easy to do. It's the typical error.
There's a lot of load going through the tyres at this point on this MX-5, and the one thing it doesn't like is leaning on that outside tyre, the weight transfer, and that's what happened to Gore that time. As Daniel Hunt, then McFadden, then Chepelewski. There's been something's gone on, hasn't it?
With Oscar, possibly. No,
because everybody is slowed. This group has really split apart massively. Smolenski's dropped down as well. So
contact in the chicane. That's what happened. Smolenski and Osgard. And also, who got collected in all that? That was Rory Butcher.
Yeah, because it must have scattered the entire group, because this lot were very, very close together.
Oh, it's McFadden v Hunt again.
Bit of netcode going on there, I think, but nevertheless.
And these three have now split up from Rory Butcher in 4th. But I said in race 2 and on Sunday, when Nathan Davies was miles back, he possibly couldn't get involved. But when you start battling, especially around this circuit, and you lose a lot of speed, it does allow the other cars behind to get involved.
Yeah, and Butcher may struggle for that reason as well, because he's got some damage too.
Oh, here we go, 3 wide then for the lead.
Once more then, as it was on the first lap. Still dirty on the inside, not quite as bad now for McFadden. But he still loses out. So he's Stelian Chepelewski back into the lead. They're still side by side. Oh, Hunt's clear.
That's like watching track racing in bicycles. There you go. Going at the velodrome or something. Yes. when you're having to pull in for the slipstream and all of that, and going through the first chicane. And McFadden goes from first to third. Hunt goes up to the lead
Oh,
again,
is
and Shepilevsky's coming.
that
Osgaard's dropped down the order massively recently. He was in fifth at the start of the lap. He's now in 16th.
Yeah, he
Possibly a slowdown for him.
must have had another off or a slowdown somewhere. This second pack's getting quite tasty as well. In that is Kip Stevens as well, the second place man in the championship. His main rival, incidentally, is Andreas Katz. He's in that third group. So you mentioned cycling. Yeah. It's turning into a bit like a cycling race. In that there's three packs who've got a breakaway group as such, and then you've got the first part of the peloton, and then the second. And that the first group is Kip Stevens, and the second, in effect, with Andreas Katz in it, is like the yellow jersey group.
Yeah, I was literally going to say it's like the yellow jersey group. I wonder who will be the sprinter at the end to get the win, as Dan Hunt goes for the lead again on Sane Shepilevsky. Kip Stevens just trying to preserve his yellow jersey if you want to continue the whole cycling thing in 12th place.
Well, and to also continue the cycling thing, the cycling fans out there will appreciate that you do not want to be the Lanterne Rouge. That means you're in last place. And certainly none of these guys are at the minute. Last place at the moment, still running. Looks like it's Cesare Rizzo. What's going on?
We've had a crash at Mulsanne. It's Andrew Whitehead and Rob Graham, and I think Graham's...
Oh, don't reverse back onto the circuit, Rob. Oh.
A whole lot of smoke kicked up there. Oh, they all having to avoid him. But yeah, Andrew Whitehead and Rob Graham, who instigated what?
Oh, no. It looks like Graham might have run into the car, run into Jack McIntyre. And so he was a bit offline. Whitehead... Did he miss his braking point slightly? Decided to... Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, Stuart McFadden versus Dan Hunt again for the lead.
Graham was sort of distracted by running into Gareth Hickling. Sorry, Jack McIntyre. He sort of didn't really turn to the corner properly, and then Whitehead just sort of had to try and go for the space. Here comes Daniel Hunt again then for the lead. Oh, McFadden squeezing him onto the painted area.
Onto the hard shoulder there, as Shepilevsky now gets an invitation to try and take the lead back.
I think he gave him the hard shoulder as well that time, didn't he? It didn't work though. Well, not quite. Hunt's going to take the wide line through the first part of the Porsche curves.
I see Butcher and Newman are starting to get a bit closer to these guys at the front.
Oh, McFadden again. Very, very close to the wall.
Didn't Diogo Maurer have a crash here in race 2, I think it was? Oh,
he did.
That's a huge wobble there.
Hunt has a massive twitch. Coming through that final part. Now McFadden's got a bit of breathing space. He might be all right until he gets to the Mulsanne now. As there'll be a lap to go then. As they cross the line, the white flag will be in the air. Alexander Smolensky is having a look into the Ford chicane, but he can't make it through. So McFadden from Hunt, from Shepilevsky.
Oh God. Dan Hunt, goodness me, he was wrestling with that car. We had an onboard of that, but something's happened to Jamie Ayres. He's dropped down the order. He's dropping down the order pretty quickly here.
Certainly trying hard is Daniel Hunt. As in the pits comes Gareth Hickling's in the pits. Not sure why that is.
Check for you.
Doesn't appear to have any damage as Dan Hunt takes the lead. Takes the lead into the first corner. Or into the first chicane, actually. So it's sort of turns 2 and 3, isn't it, really?
Yeah, past the area where Alan McNish had his huge incident back in 2011, I believe it was.
But Joe, when he almost vaulted the barrier. I remember a very, very lucky spectator who hid behind his motorcycle. Cower down behind it, because debris just showered everywhere. Horrible accident, and Alan McNish definitely got away with one there.
Quite a few big incidents in that race. I think Mike Rockenfeller had a huge one on the run to Indianapolis.
I think that one, that's a toss-up to whose was worse, I think. As Daniel Hunt will be hoping for no incidents himself here. Down the Mulsanne, the long, long Mulsanne straight. They used to run this, of course, for those who don't know, those who aren't used to the Circuit de la Sarthe. Stuart McFadden is going to go through now. Going to take the lead back at the first chicane, the Forza chicane. Those who don't know this circuit very well, The straight that these two chicanes lie on used to be run, Adam, as one continuous straightaway flat-out section.
Yeah, and the chicanes, I can't remember the year they were brought in, but when the cars got quicker, something had to be done there.
90s, I think, wasn't it?
I think it was the 90s. I think it might have been before the whole Mercedes taking off issue, the Mark Webber.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was before then. But
here comes.
Yeah, we've got 4 cars now bang for the lead.
Yeah, that's Newman, isn't it? Who's run very well in this MX-5. Hasn't always qualified the best, but in the races he's been up there every single time. Pete Newman. He's trying to go around the outside of Cheppy into the second chicane, and you know what? He's done it, and that's a fantastic pass by Pete Newman. It really has come to play in this MX-5 this season.
Could there be a late charge here? Newman was 4th at the start of the last lap. Could he possibly get a win? There's plenty of time for him to get there as McFadden lines up Dan Hunt again for another overtake.
The funny thing is, he's absolutely nowhere in the standings.
You are right. Pete Newman is all the way down in... Well, he's so far down, I can't even find him.
He's I can't see the position, but he's nearly 2,000 points behind, and he's been at most of the race meetings. So, as McFadden's gone wide.
So that was Hunt and Pete Newman through. There's another position.
Jeffrey could be going through as well here.
32nd in the standings, Pete Newman.
That's a long way down for a man who's done so well, really, this season. Now, this is where Rockenfeller had his accident. Down here somewhere, he was very lucky because it's just trees. There's no catch fencing or anything like that.
He was lapping a Corvette at the time. But yeah, 2x2.
2x2. Pack racing here at Le Mans. McFadden's trying to eke out the tiniest space. Now into the Indianapolis section here.
Newman takes the lead. Oh, Cheppy up the inside.
Is Dan Hunt going to be able to have a go into Arnage? I think he is. He's alongside. It's a horrible little corner, this.
Oh, Rory Butcher's been disqualified.
Butcher is out. That'll be to do with... I mean, it won't have helped that there was a contact at the start and at the chicane, which he wasn't really involved in. It wasn't really his fault. Newman leads now out of Arnage, and they'll be thinking, where did he come from, Adam?
Yeah, it was those three battling for a good 2/3 of the race. Now Chepelevsky wants to try and make it free. Why going into the Porsche curves? He's got the run, he's got the speed, and he might just have the lead here. Newman getting forced out.
I almost can't look as these guys go into battle here in the final section of the last lap of the race. Oh, in the final rounds of the season. Race 1 of 4. In the final race meeting, into the wall goes Newman.
I was just about to say side by side through the Porsche curves doesn't work.
His dreams of victory shattered, but is it going to be Stelian Chepelevsky? He's only got a couple of chicanes to go. He's made a mistake.
Oh no!
He's made a mistake. He's losing the car. Here comes Daniel Hunt. They're side by side now into the fourth chicane. Hunt's going to have the inside. Is he going through on the inside? No, he isn't. He's still side by side into the final chicane. Bang! They make contact. Over the curb goes Chepelevsky. Hunt's gone wide. McFadden's off. They're all off. It's going to be Daniel Hunt, surely, who wins this race. It is. And I don't know who's got second. It's McFadden.
Yeah.
Newman finishes.
Fourth is Smolenski, actually. Fifth is Newman.
And Butcher disqualified. Heffernan, Stevens. Look at that.
Stevens just ahead. 7th place in the end. He was down in about 12th place at one point.
Tell you what, he said to us, we had a word with him the other day, and he said he's only here for the fun. He's not bothered if he wins. I tell you what, that's the fight of a champion, and a champion's drive into 7th place. Andreas Katz got up to 10th, so Katz will be starting in front of him though this time. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how that pans out, but that will do Kip Stevens no harm at all in getting back some of those 16 points that he owes.
Yeah, it's probably going to be down to about 9 or 8, maybe even less than that.
You know. But then Katz again does start 3 positions ahead of Stevens for this race too. But then you would think, if it goes to form, that it'll probably ebb and flow again in the last 2 races. So we've got a lot to look forward to here tonight. Fantastic race, Adam. I love that. Fantastic driving, clean driving for the 95% of it, and yeah, take us through the finishing order then, because that was a cracking competition.
Okay, so Dan Hunt takes his, as I look at the wins sheet, his 4th win of the season. Stuart McFadden gets 2nd, 3rd for Stalin Shepelevsky after starting on the pole. And I thought he was a shoo-in for the win once we started going side by side behind him through the Porsche curves. Alex Malensky got a 4th in the end, despite dropping off that train towards the end of the race, with Pete Newman finishing 5th in the end after going all out for the win. Tristan Bodice finishing 6th from 17th on the grid. That's a good effort. 7th, Kip Stevens, important for the championship, that. Steve Hefford 8th, Tommy Osgaard 9th, and Andreas Katz finishing in 10th after starting in 26th place. 11th for Colin Robinson, 12th Max Wright, 13th for Jack McIntyre, 14th for Diogo Malro, 29th to 14th. Nathan Davis 15th after starting in 31st. 16th is John Roberts, 17th for Michael Blake, 18th Lee Barmer, 19th for Simon Roden, and 20th Andrew Whitehead. 21st Steve Richardson, 22nd Roy Verke, 23rd is Mark Woodhouse, 24th is Lee Berridge, 25th Jamie Ayres, 26th Peter Van Gool, 27th Scott Malcolm, 28th Gareth Hickling, and 29th is Cesare Rizzo, with the cars 1 lap down or more after that. We've got Roy Butcher a lap down, disqualified of course, Stuart Atkinson, who himself was not disqualified, so that's just a problem for him during the race. Rob Graham was disqualified, so he finished in 32nd. Laura Bond finished in 33rd. 34th, 3 laps down, Richard Gore. He crashed on the exit of the Porsche curves. And Andy Shield was out very early on, finished in 35th place.
I'm not sure whether... Oh, Andy Shield did take the start. Let's see. I will see what happened to him. So, all fine through the first corner. Second. And through... Oh, he got hit at the first chicane. It damaged the suspension. So the chicane before Tertre Rouge, he had a collision with number 14, Diogo Melro. And it
Collided with Melro.
So he's he did collide with Melro, and that looked to break the suspension on the CQR car. So he was a victim of a retirement.
Well then, time for the first reverse grid of the day. We're all the way down to Laura Bond in 33rd, I believe, if we get a big one.
Yeah, so the wheel will spin, and the number will determine pole position. We also have some full segments as well. Full will go to the lowest finishing point scoring driver, so 1 lap down or more without a disqualification. Conrad, if you could tell us what the what that position is.
Oh, nice, and it's Lee Berridge. He's on pole position with Mark Woodhouse 2nd, for Verke 3rd, Richardson 4th, and Andrew Whitehead in 5th.
Woodhouse and Verke then 2nd and 3rd. AM Championship on the line there. At the minute, it's going well and truly in the way of Roy Verke, but you never know what might happen. We used to see this with Richard Gore and Paul Smith a lot, didn't we, in the past? And those two will go into close combat this time.
Well, it's a race 2 then.
Yep, and if I tell you what, if the last 3 races are as good as that one, then we'll be in for a treat tonight. So thank you for joining us for the race 1 from Le Mans. Races 2, 3, and 4 coming up after this break.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Le Mans and round 46 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Winter Series here on Apex Racing TV. Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Conrad Venter from the Circuit de la Sarthe. Now, the first round had a fantastic finish, bumping and banging in the last couple of chicanes, and very, very close run race between Dan Hunt, Stelian Chepelewski and Stuart McFadden. Now the reverse grid's into play, Adam. Championships are on the line. It could be very, very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. The championship can. What it was in terms of the championship, Kip Stevens finished ahead of Andreas Katz in that opening race of the day, and that will have reduced the deficit a little bit. But now Katz will be starting ahead, but they will both be starting in the midfield, and we've seen how treacherous that can be in the 40 or the other 45 races that we've had so far this season. So they're going to have their work cut out. But Kip Stevens, he always finishes strongly, so we'll see what those guys can do with this reverse grid.
I did say he's been trying very hard to sort of avoid the incidents and things like that this season, and done a very, very good job, because he's realised that this formula works. I don't know why more drivers don't really adopt this, because, and Roy Viverke as well, we've just seen spinning on the track, but he does the same thing. Jamie Fluke did it when he won the Winter Series last year. Why aren't more drivers concerned with just finishing the races?
I don't know why, and it's a formula that works, because look, Roy Viverke is the safest driver statistically in the Winter Series, and he's top of the AM standings. Kip Stevens is fourth; he's second in the championship there.
And he got $500 for it last year.
Yeah, he got the safest driver award last season. Even more of a safer driver than Dave Baker, and that's saying something. So. And
Stevens was high up there himself. Which, if you'd watched, if you're a long-time fan of the BSR TC, you'd be quite surprised about that if you'd watched Kip Stevens back in, say, 2014, when, frankly, we wondered whether he was inebriated or something when he was driving, because he got into so many accidents. But
was it Silverstone National, wasn't it, where before he'd gone insane? Yeah.
Ever since the Pro Series started, he's just been a completely different animal. He's been more like the driver who took the title in seasons 1 and season 2.
No, he won it in season 5. It wasn't for Savidovic. It ended both of their titles, really. They're coming together at Mosport.
Oh, in 2015. In 2015, yeah.
Everything came together. That ended Stevens' title race, just the crash, and Savidovic's title race got ended because he got a penalty for it. But
he also got another penalty, didn't he?
For
I think the week before or the week after.
Yeah, the previous week at Interlagos for taking out Jamie Fluke, I think it was, on that occasion. And yeah, he ended up finishing third.
And of course, that was the Interlagos race with the mother of all crashes on the Retta Oposta.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, a few drivers are very unhappy after that, I do believe. I think Sebastian Joe went as far as saying... Yeah, I think Sebastian Joe went as far as saying he was never coming back. Well, he ended up winning the championship in the end. And then I think he crashed again the following week at Mosport and said he was never coming back after that.
And then he still came back and he still won the title. Well, let's have a go. Let's see who's on the pole position. It's Lee Berridge, Adam.
It is Lee Berridge. Second is Mark Woodhouse. Third, Roy Viverke. Fourth, Steve Berridge. Steve Richardson. Fifth is Andrew Whitehead. Sixth is Simon Roden. Seventh, Lee Barmer. Eighth is Michael Blake. Ninth, John Robertson. 10th is Nathan Davis. There go the French Air Force again. Diogo Mauro 11th. Jack McIntyre 12th. 13th, Max Wright. 14th is Colin Robinson. Then it's Katzen 15th. 16th, Ostergaard. 17th is Hefford. 18th, Kip Stevens. 19th, Bollis. And 20th, Pete Newman. And then it's Cheppy in 21st. Smolensky, sorry, 21st. 22nd, Stelian Chepelewski. 23rd, Stuart McFadden. 24th, Dan Hunt. 25th, Jamie Ayres. 26th, Peter Van Gool. And here we go for the start.
And Lee Berridge, I don't think he's going to take the start.
Oh no.
So we've got Woodhouse on pole position.
Green, green, green.
And the green light is on for him. Gets away decently, does Mark Woodhouse, but second phase is quite poor. Allows Roy Viverke to get somewhere near. So through the first corner, there we go, through the Dunlop curve. Mark Woodhouse leads. Roy Viverke is going for the AM Championship against this very driver, Mark Woodhouse. Oh, they made contact already. And now they're 3 wide into the chicane with Steve Richardson.
Kip Stevens has had a fantastic start. He's already up 4 positions. It's everyone fighting for the same bit of track through the S's here.
And he's ahead of
Cats.
Where is Cats? At the back again.
Oh, he's in the
pit lane
pits.
start.
Oh dear.
That must stem from last week's meeting.
There we go. Championship deciding situations here.
Stevens knows he needs to get on with it. Somebody spun at Turk Rouge. It's Richardson. It's Woodhouse. Woothouse's championship is gone.
Surely, yeah, I thought it was going to be something more than that, but it's just 2 of them off. As now it's Verke leading onto the Mulsanne straight side by side with Andrew Whitehead. Long time since we've seen Whitehead at the front.
Not only is Woodhouse retired, but his championship rival Roy Verke is in second place, and here comes this big gaggle now.
It's Melrose, and it's Barmer and John Roberts.
Well spotted. 3 wide. Into the
Melrose
chicane.
up the middle?
Roberts.
Yeah, it is.
Roberts up the inside, and Melrose manages to carry enough speed to make it through there. And the 3 or 4 wide coming out of the second chicane as well, with Hefford, Blake, Ostgaard, and Max Wright as well.
Plenty of cars in the mix here. Kip Stevens up 6 positions to 12th. He's in there some way, side by side with Stelin Chepalevsky.
Yeah, Stelin Chepalevsky there in about 16th place. Look at this. This is what we wanted.
Oh, look at Cheppy diving all over the place for positions.
He's got nowhere to go now, though. Smolenski. Oh, into the chicane. They've got a break for this left-hander. And then the right, side by side with Ostgaard. Ostgaard's lost the wheel guard on the front of his MX-5. On the left side. Stevens under pressure from Dan Hunt. They can't afford to lose many positions, but Andreas Katz is still on the first part of the Mulsanne. So second part.
Through the Forza chicane.
As this lot are going through towards Mulsanne corner. Woodhouse is going again, but futile for him now, I think.
Oh, contact! It's Roden.
Oh, and Blake is involved, and Barmer managed to get past Blake.
And Max Wright's dropping down there. Dan Hunt's got in issues. He's in massive issues, actually. He's just dropping like a stone on my timing screen.
He's gone off at Mulsanne.
How did that happen?
Gone off at Mulsanne corner. He's been in the gravel.
Off on his own? It looks like he did.
He just lost the car?
Yeah, I thought for a second it was going to be contact with car 26, Kip Stevens, but no, he lost it on his own.
The old death wiggle. He received.
Whitehead again for the lead.
Verke versus Whitehead through Indianapolis.
Well, they were both going to go off then, but yeah, Andrew Whitehead retains the lead.
Verke got a good exit. Arnar's coming then. The Belgian gets a good exit out of there as well, so he's going to pick up the toe. You can see Melrose in the background as well. He'll be closing in if these two aren't careful. Now, can Verke get alongside into the Porsche curves? Got a good opportunity now. The shackles have kind of been taken off Roy Verke now that Woodhouse has gone.
Oh, Whitehead nearly turning in.
Oh, Whitehead's a bit wide that time.
Onto the dirty stuff there.
He survives. Roy Verke into the lead then. So good battle there. The good battle between Blake and Hefford. Hefford's off. He's back on.
Yeah. Just behind, just ahead of Oscar. Oh, what's happened to Simon Roden?
Roden in the wall.
Can't find him now.
Oh, he just lost the car through the exit of the Porsche curve. Smashes into the inside barrier. And that's the end for Simon Roden.
Gone back to the pits. That's 3 cars in the pits, and after 1 lap, Steve Richardson, Simon Roden, and Stuart McFadden both having a bad day. Well, a bad race too, anyway.
Of course, these retirements aren't. Oh, Osgaard's slow.
Now, what's happened here? Tommy Ostgaard. Not happened at all there, actually. No damage. Roy Verke now leading across the line, but it looks like Diogo Melrose fancies his chances of taking second place away here, and he's going to go up the inside of Andrew Whitehead through the right-hander into the Dunlop chicane.
Yeah, nice move by Melrose. Former Club Series champion, of course, 2 times. And Kip Stevens gained 7 places. Rory Butcher ahead of him, gained 20 spots on lap 1, as did Richard Gore. Gore going very well. Balmer slow. Balmer must have cut the course, I reckon.
Yeah, he's going to have to slow down and give up the time gained.
And a bit more, I think, as well.
Yeah, just for the good measure as well.
Check on Andreas Katz. He's down in 24th place. He's just ahead of Nathan Davies. So these two will be working hard to try and catch some of the drivers. They may get 1 or 2 by the end, but the only realistic chance they've got of making any more places is possibly Colin Robinson and Gareth Hicklin, but even they're 11 seconds up the road, and it's a bit unlikely they're going to make that time up.
McIntyre's got a slowdown penalty. He was in 9th at the start of the lap, but he's dropped down to 20th after serving it. It could be as low as 21st.
Well, that puts Kip Stevens up into 10th. What's it like at the front? Well, I can tell you what it's like. Melrose into the lead.
He's already got half a second on Roy Verke.
He'll surely lose a fair bit of that. Yeah. He's not going to keep that, I don't think. Look at that into the second chicane as well. Sorry, the first chicane. I get so confused sometimes. Here we go then.
Is it Max, right? Jamie Ayres, Atkinson, and Hunt.
All that lot. Just looking at the lead battle still. I just saw it in the back of the shot. Roy Verke, he's not going to try and get past Melrose. He's going to push him along. Is he going to push him into a mistake at the second chicane? Melrose has gone in pretty hot. He's got to be careful. He doesn't cut the course, Adam, because it's so easy to pick up a slowdown penalty there. One of those classic video game tracks where everyone's got a friend who tries to cut all the chicanes.
Yeah, I can tell you it doesn't work.
No, not on iRacing it doesn't anyway. As John Roberts goes into battle with Stelian Chepelevsky, and then Pete Newman, Michael, and John Roberts as well.
R52, yeah, Stelian Chepelevsky on the defensive. Andrew Whitehead, you know, he won't give up. He's got his teammates there as well, in boosted in John Roberts. Alex Walensky now going to the outside, possibly going into Mulsanne corner. Same for car 40. Pete Newman, he's back.
Roberts, a former champion of the AM category, and very accomplished veteran in this series.
Pete Newman, of course, was able to get a 1-2-3 with his team back in season 7, I believe it was.
Well, that's it, as is Pete Newman, and we can't forget the accomplishments of him. Twice in a row, he's finished 12th in the main championship. And you say, oh, 12th, that's nothing, but we had nearly 100 entries last year. Crash for Whitehead.
Oh dear. It's Whitehead. What happened here? Oh dear.
Looks like he just rubbed the wall there.
Yeah, you're right. As it Smolensky gets into the back of him. Oh dear. In the middle of the straight.
Just to finish that point, like I say, Pete Newman, 12th place. It didn't sound too spectacular, but over 100 drivers, I think, entered the 2016 BSR TC, and and to finish 12th out of all those is fantastic.
It's almost like basically a Champions League spot in
football. Yeah, exactly.
Really. Yeah, the top 12, they go out for the title.
And, you know, I think if he keeps up the improvement, and it's a man who's raced from his hospital bed in the past to try and get points, and he did. Mid-Ohio back in the summer of 2015, remember that? And, yeah, okay, he pootled around at the back, but he got some valuable points. And helped him get into the showdown. Now, Whitehead has emerged ahead of our championship leader, and this could be interesting for both of them.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually not got too much damage, considering the severity of the impact and the speed of it as well.
I think he just might have touched the wall with... Oh, mistake for...
Oh, yes.
Andy Shield, he's gone. And into Jamie Ayres. And Max Wright sees his life flash before his eyes, and somehow manages to avoid that accident. Oh, and it's all kicking off here between Hefford and Hunt. Hefford's just hit his teammate.
Where's Hunt gone?
Hunt's off, and he stops it.
It was lag contact for me. I don't know if it was...
I didn't see it properly. I think it was. It looked like a contact, but...
Yeah, it was contact.
The angle I got wasn't very conclusive. Hefford smashes the curb on the final chicane. Onto the final lap then. Verke under pressure from Chepelevsky. Chepelevsky going through, and
up to second.
Now Tristan Bodice
The lap down.
getting lapped. And very slow, my God, and it nearly caught out Newman badly.
Oh, Richard Gore looks like he's in issues. He's just cut the Dunlop chicane. That's going to be another position for Kip Stevens.
Bodice is just trying to get back to the pits, I think, finish the race with a very, very damaged car, but he needs to be very careful how he goes about it. Yeah, Stevens through on Gore, and that's... Yes.
Katz is still in.
Right.
He's just on my timing screen. He's in 23rd place.
6
and we
seconds.
might have lost Steve Hefford, actually. I think he might have been disqualified.
Katz is 6 seconds behind Andy Shield. Has he been disqualified since the accident? All right, he's still going, so he must have had another crash.
Yeah, he did. I've just seen on the replay. Bit of a concertina there with someone.
All spread apart here, apart from the battle involving the championship leader, Kip Stevens. So it's Gore, it's Whitehead, it's Graham, and the damaged car of Bodice is in front of them as well. As this lot trying to negotiate a 4-car battle.
Oh my word!
And
What's
Bodice
Graham
is into the fence. And he's disqualified.
Might be for his own good, that.
It might well be.
Yeah, that's another car disqualified. I can tell you we've had... he is the second, along with Steve Hefford, to get disqualified. Shepelevsky versus Melrose for the lead then.
That's a bit like that Daytona 500 story I was telling you the other day. Is that it's very easy to do when it was a 2-wide pack of cars coming past me, and I did smash the wall in sort of panic. I didn't have as much damage as Bodice, though, in fairness to him, as don't know what it says about my driving, as Stevens trying still to negotiate this pack.
Stevens currently in 10th place now because Richard Gore has been able to get back past him.
Oh, Graham's through and he gets a punch.
From Whitehead.
Whitehead can't be that far away from getting disqualified himself. That's got to be 2 4X. Well, that's not... might be 2 4Xs and a 2X, so could be close for him.
Roberts is getting past Newman as Stevens tries now to get past Whitehead.
He won't do it, though, without the additional slipstream of the car in front, because Whitehead's closing in on Graham.
Oh!
Here comes Stevens.
Newman nearly going.
Oh, Whitehead good on the brakes into Mosan corner. Graham still being pursued here. Graham's got the slipstream off Richard Gore as well, which is helping him out.
Battle for the leaders as well. Diogo Melro looking like he wants to get past Elin Shepelevsky here, going into Indianapolis. Roy Verke keeping a watchful eye as well in case these two take each other out.
Verke's done a fantastic job of staying with this duo. Don't think he'll mind me saying that these two are generally faster drivers than the Belgian, but round here at Le Mans, if you drive efficiently, which is what Roy Verke does, you can definitely make some positions up. It's a very international flavour to the front of the field as well. You've got Bulgaria, Portugal and Belgium.
Verke and Melro have got very similar iRatings, as Melro now goes to the outside of Stelian Shepelevsky. Please don't go side by side through the Porsche curves, guys, because we've seen what happened. And I think it might have been these two, actually, on Sunday that they went side by side.
Here we go again then, round 2, seconds out, boys. Oh, you can hear the tyres just crying enough. They're only inches apart. Shepelevsky into the wall. It hasn't stopped him.
He's off.
Right now, because he's off. He can't.
And he's on again.
He's got some damage. He's got some understeer. It didn't stop him trying the outside move, though, but even hitting the wall.
Might be too far behind, but he's got a good run on the exit of the Porsche curves. This final chicane could be tasty.
Whitehead nearly losing it in the Porsche curves. We've got to see the leaders, sorry.
Up to the outside, then into the Ford chicane. He's got it. Or has he?
Can he keep it? Melro on the inside, and this time there's no way through.
It's a repeat of race 2 for Cheppy.
It's very similar to the first race.
Yeah.
And Diogo Melro takes race 2. Second different winner of the night, and in race 2 it's Melro.
That is his.
Stevens couldn't usurp Whitehead at the end.
First win. He nearly loses it to McIntyre.
McIntyre's all over the place.
I know. Was it Ayres? No, it was McIntyre, yeah.
And it's still
You're kicking off as well.
Robinson and Hickling and
yeah,
Osgaard. And Osgaard coming out of the final corner. He's got a chance of getting this place. Oh,
there's Katz. He got 20th at the end.
I said they might get Hickling and Robinson, and they were only 2 seconds behind. So good driving from Katz and Davies to catch up. 5 minutes and 2 seconds was their final lap. Roy Verke 5 minutes 0.7. So it really does show that having the 3 cars there definitely helped at the end. Pete Newman does some donuts. Celebrating his 4th place, I suppose, why not? Did start 20th on the grid, so it's a pretty good run. Right then, Adam, if you could take us through the final results.
Okay, so it is a win for Diogo Miller. I think that might just be his first win of the season. I'll double check that quickly for you all. Yeah, it is. So first win for Diogo Miller. Second place for Stelin Chapelewski, another podium. Roy Verke 3rd, Pete Newman 4th, Alex Smolensky 5th, John Roberts finishing in 6th, 7th Rory Butcher, 8th Richard Gore, 9th Rob Graham, and 10th Andrew Whitehead. 11th for Kip Stevens. Another 9 places. More valuable points gained on Andreas Katz. They must be neck and neck going into race 3.
They'll either be level or Stevens will have the lead back, I would imagine.
McIntyre finishing in 12th, 13th Michael Blake, 14th Max Wright, 15th Jamie Ayres, 16th Lee Barmer, 17th is Gareth Hickling, 18th Colin Robinson, 19th Tommy Ostgaard, and 20th Andreas Katz. There he is. 21st Nathan Davies, 22nd Andy Shield, 23rd Peter Van Gool, 24th Mark Woodhouse after starting on the front row of the grid. He didn't get very far, did he? Steve Hefford finishing in 25th, 26th Stuart Atkinson, 27th Dan Hunt, coming together with Steve Hefford, I think, going through the exit of the Porsche curves on lap 2 of the race. Stuart McFadden finishing in 28th, then Lee Berridge 1 lap down, finished in 29th place. It's not inconceivable that he could be on the front row of the grid again. Tristan Bodis disqualified, so I don't think he'll be on.
He won't be, no.
Simon Roden.
They disqualified as well?
I haven't got the incidents through yet. I think a few
drivers. I think he just retired, Roden, didn't he? Crashed.
I think a few drivers actually might still be on the track.
I don't think they are. Oh, Berridge. No, Berridge isn't he?
I'm sure he's just coming into Mulsanne now. He surely must have crossed the line.
Must be his cool-down lap, surely, for Berridge.
Oh, it says he's on lap 2, so in your own time, Lee.
Yeah, but that might, well, we'll have to see where he finishes there, because that might be 3 places gained for him.
Yeah, because Hefford and Atkinson both got disqualified.
Dan Hunt's in the pits. Don't know if Dan Hunt completed lap 2 or not.
But yeah, the rest of the field, Richardson 1 lap down. These guys could get demoted to 2 laps down actually, depending on when Berridge crosses the line. And Scott Malcolm also 2 laps down, along with Cesare Rizzo.
Look at the state of that car, though.
No front end at all. Well ventilated.
Did we see what happened to Berridge?
No, we didn't.
In terms of getting all that damage.
I think I can track down it for you. I should say.
It must have been on the first lap somewhere.
Well, he started from the pits, and then he gets going, minding his own business.
Oh, it's the exit of the Porsche curves on the first lap.
Oh, is it exactly typical?
Exactly the same crash as what the CQR car had, Andy Shield.
Watching it now, he's going into the Porsche curves. Oh dear, yeah. Richard Gore had that issue, didn't he?
Sorry, Gore it was. Sorry, not Shield. Yeah, Berridge up towards the Porsche curves then. I believe it is up towards the Porsche curves. There's a little bit of a hill. Through that wall has caught a few people out, because that wall wasn't there a couple of years ago. I believe you just used to be able to hit the outside Armco barrier until very recently.
Here he comes then, through the final corner. Well, through the final few corners.
I was going to say, you're not that lucky that he hasn't finished just yet. Come on, Lee. He's done well, to be honest, finishing with a car like that. Can't be the best thing to drive, but like you say, his cooling will be nicely optimised, you would think. Here he goes then. Started on pole, and it's a very ignominious end for him, isn't it?
First to
the
arrive
line.
and first to arrive and the last to lead.
But you can't question his dedication.
There we go. We've got a whole load of cars that
And he
finished
still
the lap down
finished
now.
29th somehow, so he still didn't beat Dan Hunt, Stuart Atkinson, and Steve Hefford. I'm guessing that's because they started lap 3.
But crucially, he's the last car 1 lap down, so we get a nice big reverse grid. He'll be back on pole.
Yeah, full.
Okay.
If we get a full, I think it will be Lee Berridge. And Conrad, that's the job for you, my friend. Let's see what we can get in terms of the Wheel of Fortune. Where's it going to stop? We wait for the... Oh, it's a full.
It's Lee Berridge. Yeah, he's back on the pole. Well, I
So
don't think that's ever happened.
So it was very much worth finishing that last lap then, wasn't it?
Second will be Dan Hunt. Oh, that's good. Third is Atkinson. Fourth, Hefford. Fifth, Stuart McFadden. Katz will be starting a bit further near the front this time.
Kind of a bit of justice for Dan Hunt, isn't he, after he got walloped by his own teammate on that second lap. So yeah, we'll see exactly what he can do in race 3 of the evening. 2 down, 2 to go here at Le Mans in the finale of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Winter Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight.
Welcome back to Le Mans for the third race out of 4 in the finale of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Winter Series. Andrew Woodhouse with Adam Bath and Conrad Venter for Apex Racing TV. And Adam, it's the penultimate round of the series. The championship is finally balanced. They may even be level. We haven't had an official scoring update, but working it out off the top of our heads. And there's surely only single figure points in it with 2 to go.
Definitely, yeah. And this race could be the determining one in who's going to be the champion, because of course we've still got another one to go after this, but Kip Stevens doing everything he needed to do in race 2. Andreas Katz had to start from the pit lane, most likely due to penalties picked up from previous race meetings, and that's not what he would have wanted at all. And
let's not forget Cheppy, he's still in there, but
he's still in there actually. He's got 2. He had 2 podiums, didn't he? And how many points was he behind? He was
93, so it'd be
93.
down to maybe what, 50, 60 points at the best for him at the minute.
Yeah, I think so. So if Kip and Andreas have a bad race meeting, he'll be there to pick up all the pieces.
He just needs to keep going as he is, doesn't he? Really, Cheppy, and just see what happens. Really, but yeah, 3 laps. We've had 2 really good, enjoyable 3-lap races so far. 2 great battles for the lead. The battles for the lead have taken us into the final couple of corners of the final lap. And, you know, it's something we haven't seen a lot of at Le Mans recently. The really close battling on the final lap, but definitely had it tonight.
As Graham and Smolensk come to grief. But yes, it's been brilliant to watch. Non-stop action all the way through the field. We were looking at battles outside the top 10 whilst the battle for the lead was going on. And we had to show that in the end, the battle between Verke, between Chepelevsky and between Melrose. And that nearly ended in disaster as well, with Chepelevsky just brushing the wall, going through the Porsche curves. And the slipstreaming, as always in any series that we seem to run in the BSR leagues anyway, providing a great equaliser for the drivers. And we're having brilliant races as a result.
Yeah, and the key has been the clean first sector. Now, I've probably just cursed it for...
smoothness is key.
Smoothness is key. I've really just probably cursed races 3 and 4 with this, but it's really important that the guys get through Dunlop Curve, the first chicane, Turk Rouge, well, then onto the straight, and that's where we see the real magic happen. But if it's been a bit of a cluster at the start, which we saw on Sunday night with the BSR series, the BSR MX5 League, and yeah, we could be in for a bit of a spread out event. But we'll see. We've still got half the night's racing still to go. We've got overcast conditions of 21 degrees, which could also make the first lap tricky, Adam, as the tyres might not be quite up to temperature.
Yeah, 21 degrees ambient temperature and 21 degrees track temperature as we head down to the grid. Just running through it. Berridge is back on pole. Second is Dan Hunt, third Atkinson, fourth McFadden, fifth Robinson, sixth is Mark Woodhouse, seventh Michael Blake, Van Gool, ninth Andy Shield, 10th is Davies, 11th is Andreas Katzi starting there, 12th Tommy Ostgaard, 13th is Gareth Hickling, 14th Lee Balmer, 15th Jamie Ayres, 16th Max Wright, 17th Jack McIntyre, there's Kip Stevens in 18th place, Andrew Whitehead 19th, 20th is Rob Graham, 21st is Richard Gore, 22nd Roy Butcher, 23rd John Roberts, 24th Alex Walensky, 25th Newman, 26th Roy Verke, 27th Stanley Chepelevsky, 28th our race 2 winner Diogo Melrose, Tristan Bodice 29th, 30th Simon Roden, 31st Steve Richardson, 32nd Scott Malcolm, 33rd Cesaro Rizzo, and starting at the back in 34th place it is Steve Hefford.
The French Air Force provide the soundtrack to the gridding process. Soon going to get a very different soundtrack then. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Round 3 of the evening is underway. Really good start by Berridge. Trying to consolidate his pole position. Daniel Hunt in second place. It's going to be tough, Adam, for him to hold off Hunt. but he's doing so at least at the start. Well, he's going to open the door here, and that's probably not the best idea at this point.
McFadden's also there as well, going into the first chicane, cuts across up the inside. Who's that? That's Colin Robinson. Fair racing. Good gain of positions there. Here comes McFadden now on the exit. Got a great run. He's going to probably get past Dan Hunt, and he's going to try and get past Atkinson going through the S's.
Yeah, everybody looks like they're through okay at the moment. They are 3 wide through some of the sections after the Dunlop chicane, but I think we're okay.
Oh, Robinson's dropping down the order. Don't know if that was a slowdown or something.
Berridge with a good lead, actually, Adam. 1 second. I don't think he's going to keep it because of just because of the sheer slipstreaming process here, but he's got every chance now.
Yeah, because Dan Hunt was second at one point, but now he's down to 4th place, and McFadden now attempting to get past Stuart Atkinson for 2nd place. The two Stewarts.
And now Berridge is dragging, not Stuart Ford's, of course, Atkinson versus McFadden. Lee Berridge is lead Berridge for now, but he's going to be usurped by Stuart Atkinson. Or it could be. Atkinson's on the inside. Berridge didn't defend very well there. And he just gives in for now. 2 wheels across the inside curb. He's going to have to be very careful he doesn't cut the course, Berridge.
Especially on lap 1. And then you're in big trouble.
There may be some victims of that, actually, at the moment. Woodhouse looks like he's won. McIntyre. Jamie Ayres. Possibly as well. Like 2 lanes on a dual carriage. It's like 3 lanes on a dual carriage road with the hard shoulder, Adam.
And it's a dual, and it's a single carriageway, well, 2 carriageway road, but 4 wide.
Where?
Lead.
Oh heck.
Hunt's on the inside.
Shallowest angle of all of them was Dan Hunt. Managed to get in there quickly and take the lead, drive in from him. Andy Shield already up in 3rd place. He's exchanging blows with Nathan Davies, it looks like.
Yeah, and Stuart Atkinson and Stuart McFadden. So these 4, we could be about to go 4 wide again, I think. Let's try it again. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, why not?
This might not end well.
I hope the insurance is good. And Atkinson wisely decides not to bother with that. Oh, Shield must have cut the course there. Be amazed if he doesn't get a slowdown penalty for that. And he didn't.
Wow.
I can hear some contact.
Probably light contact. No one's gone off massively.
Hefford's in the wars, is he?
Oh yeah.
He is, but he didn't cut the course or anything.
Might just been a poor run on the exit of the corner as Berridge goes behind Hunt this time, and now McFadden looks like he's trying to get in there. Oh, Berridge still in there, and Hunt moves across.
Bit of blocking there, but he's entitled to make his one move, I guess.
Oh, up the inside. Oh, contact between Shield and Atkinson.
Oh, and here comes McFadden. He's not going to say no to a attempt, is he? No, he is this time into Arnage. Nice run out of there, though.
It's Hickling. What's happened here?
He must have hit the barrier. No, well, he has actually, yeah.
He just pulled over and exited. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Oh
well.
Nice walk back to the pits for him. As here comes, here
maybe
comes
want to go to bed or something. I don't know. Deal versus Berridge. DQR versus Engine Oil Direct. Berridge hanging tougher on the outside, but Deal's just got more pace at this point in the race.
Maybe Ted's notebook is on or something. It is 9:30, I think.
It could well be. Speaking of interesting developments,
speaking of Ted, the boosted team.
Ted, yes.
There we go. There was a reference in there somewhere.
Get it. We can do it. Andreas Katz having a look at Lee Berridge. Now, where's Stevens then?
Stevens
must have had
22nd.
He was 17th at the start of the lap, so something's gone a bit wrong for Kip Stevens on that lap. Handing the advantage in the championship back to Andreas Katz. Oh, there's a crash by Rizzo round.
Yeah.
And it was contact with... Oh, it was Max Wright.
Oh dear, yeah.
The chicane turns the Italian around. That's him down the order.
Same really, he's been down the order all night.
Yeah, he's usually very quick in this car, is Mr. Rizzo. Now it's Daniel Hunt on the hunt for a victory. The second one of the evening it will be if he gets this one.
Yeah, got the one in race 1. McFadden still on the hunt for his first win here at the circuit. Has not won a race this season, actually. Surprises me.
Surprised at that, actually.
He's done well in the MX-5 series, and he does well in the Kia Cup too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of those drivers to watch if he does the old BSR TC season, Adam, because I think he's definitely got a chance of getting into the showdown. One of those wild cards, I think, for the showdown.
Hunt's going to be hung out to dry here. They're all going to steam by on the outside. No, he's going to cut across to stop Shield, but now Shield's going to move to the inside. Good old tete-a-tete going here.
We are in France, I suppose.
Yeah, that was unintentional actually, but yeah, that works.
And here goes, McFadden over the inside curb. Look, he didn't cut the course there, but Hunt very nearly loses it. Well, he has lost it down. Andy Shield, not really anything Shield could do.
Dear.
Into Daniel Hunt and puts Hunt out.
Look there.
Shield's got problems as well.
Yeah, he's gone back to the pits. Well, that was the right canniballage there.
It was indeed. And that's allowed. Now Stevens has gained some places out of that, hasn't he?
Yeah, Stevens now up into 17th, so he's back where he started as Katz goes for second on Lee Berridge.
Now this could be decisive from Andreas Katz. This could really be the one that secures him the championship. Very much level on points with Kip Stevens at the minute. He's miles ahead of him on the circuit. And gaining points all the time as there's a problem for Berridge. It's a slow down penalty.
Must be. Right, there's a position changes going on left, right and centre in this midfield pack here. We've got Smolensky in the mix, we've got Michael Blake side by side with Stelin Chapalevsky, we've got Pete Newman, Atkinson, Diogo Melro, McIntyre. Shield still looks like he's got issues after the contact with Dan Hunt.
Can't serve it, I think.
Chapalevsky
through the middle. Have a bit of that, gents. Epi.
Melrose right there again. Those two battling for the lead earlier, and he's in the gravel.
Berridge.
Oh, it's Berridge, sorry.
Berridge in the gravel, yeah. Melro. He's at the back of this group, actually. He's behind. Look at them behind that as well.
Oh, free wide. That's Davis, I believe, and it's Kip Stevens in the mix there as well.
Yep. Davis is on the hard shoulder. Stevens just.
I was just going to say, Berridge and Smolensky nearly disastrously crashed in the middle of the straight.
Still time as we go into Indianapolis.
These two fighting over 6th and 7th.
Yeah, they're single file for now. Oh, look at this. Goodness me. Bodice and Whitehead side by side. Whitehead sideways through the corner.
Davis.
Davis, that's not the line. Definitely isn't the line. Here comes Andy Shield on the Welshman.
I think a few choice words under Kip Stevens' cockpit at the moment, watching all this going on in front of him.
Possibly. Might be panicking just a little bit. He'll take the title, of course, Stevens. I don't think they'll mind me saying that Katz and Stevens, two of the older drivers in the field, but two-time champion each.
Yeah, season 3 and season 8 for Andreas Katz, season 1 and 2 for Kip Stevens. Oh, it's just hit Lee Berridge. It's Pete Newman. And again.
Newman's gone. And Berridge is off.
Oh dear.
Well, that'll please Kip. That's for sure.
Two positions. Oh, Berridge is back on the track. Oh dear. Things are not going.
No.
Hefford. It's Hefford.
That's just quite poor, unfortunately. It wasn't Hefford. It was.
Hefford. Yeah, it was Hefford that went off.
I think Hefford might have gone off on his own. You know.
He went off trying to avoid Lee Berridge.
Oh dear. all gone to pot here, hasn't it?
Well, he
Oh,
actually,
no. Hefford
he
got
hit
a tap.
by
Hefford got a little
Ayres
tap from Jamie Ayres. It was
whilst they were
Jamie
trying
Ayres
to avoid Lee Berridge.
It was Ayres that got the contact off of Berridge.
And it was Michael Blake, I think, the other car that you might
Oh,
have seen
off
going
goes
off.
Robinson. Colin Robinson, who was in 28th place, bit the dust there.
Nathan Davis is gone as well. Battle for the lead as well. Andreas Katz has taken the lead away from Stuart McFadden as we start the final lap of the race. Whilst all that has gone on.
Okay, yeah.
Rory Butcher in third, Stelin Chapelevsky now up in fourth place. He always gets there, doesn't he? And that's, believe it or not, that's the lowest it's been so far tonight. Kip Stevens is now 13th.
Once more, Cheppy is just starting to, he's still got a chance going into this last race. If he can finish where he's going to finish.
No, Katz is his teammate, but I think he might appreciate Stuart McFadden taking him out here.
Stevens needs to have a good lap now. He's closed in on Roy Viverke. Try and get past the man who finished in on the podium in the last race.
Roy Butcher arriving on the scene here.
Already, Viverke's had some damage, so he's been in the wars, I think.
I always expect Stuart McFadden to do something exciting in this final lap of the race. We've got the 5-car train just behind those guys, led by Chapelevsky. Then it's
2-car
Gore.
tango for Kip Stevens and Roy Viverke, but still being passed by even pushing each other down the straight. They couldn't prevent Robert Graham from going through.
Oh, they've also got Ostgaard in there as well.
Oh, Viverke very late on the brakes. Graham's off.
Dear. And Stevens has been halted big time.
3 places lost for Stevens. And it'll be 4 because Michael Blake's going to go through surely.
Heavy damage on his car. McFadden going to try and take the lead into the second chicane. No, Katz is the later on the brakes.
Falling apart for Stevens a tiny bit.
Oh, Melrose
all coming together beautifully for Andreas Katz. Oh,
it's Cheppy. Cheppy's off.
Oh,
oh no, it's Gore. What's happened here?
Gore's gone.
Did he get hit by Melrose? He did.
He collided with Melrose.
He's just collided with Melrose. Yeah. He's just hit Diogo Melrose.
And then he got hit up the rear, I think, by Smolensky as well. Well, someone did. Oh, Melrose got hit up the rear by Smolensky, which actually allowed McIntyre to go around the outside.
Up the inside goes Melrose on Smolensky actually into Morsand corner. Smolensky late on the brakes though, going to hold it out around the outside, and that's a good job there by Alex Smolensky.
Yeah, that's a nice move there.
A slow down for Melrose. Yeah, it's a slow down for McIntyre too, so that's just 2 positions for Stelin Chapelevsky.
That Gore back through, is it? No, it's not. It's Cheppy, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's Chapelevsky, yeah.
So Gore's with Shield and Bodis at the minute.
Yeah, he's in 10th. As here comes McFadden now for the lead down the straight towards Indianapolis. He's been holding back, I think, on this lap.
Look at Rory Butcher.
They're going to work
his
together.
Teammate along.
Yeah, they have. They've both worked together to take the lead. Katz down to 3rd.
If they can keep it, then Automate going from strength to strength.
2 Scotsmen. I think Roy Butcher's Scottish anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
From Arnage, is Katz going to spring a late charge here?
Quite a large chance that if you drive for Automate, you're Scottish. It's not a rule, but definitely a good thing to have an all Scottish team or mostly Scottish team in the championship. Here comes Katz.
Oh. Thinking of where to put his car. Oh, boy, he's going to go for the middle. He's going to go for the inside.
And Automate defending well here.
Around the outside goes.
Are they just going to park it? Are they just going to park it too wide for the rest of the lap?
Oh, they're trying their best not to crash into each other, aren't they? And side by side for this part of the circuit is pretty difficult.
Or the wall as well. You've got to mind that wall. We've seen 2 drivers go into it on the final lap of the race. Chepelevsky and Newman. So it's Butcher ahead of McFadden.
Katz has got a good run actually on the exit of the Porsche curves.
But he's not going to go anywhere though, is he?
Yeah, he had to go on the brakes.
He might have to go on the grass.
Oh, here he goes. Inside.
Oh, he's all over the racetrack.
Into the final few corners, and it looks like it's going to be Butcher to take the win.
Can he do? Oh, he tries to have a look, Katz. Can't do it. He doesn't want to miss the championship. Oh, he nearly loses it, but over the line. From 22nd on the grid, Rory Butcher wins at Le Mans. Brilliant.
Oh, look
from
at
him.
look at right, cut straight to Kip Stevens. Look at this. The shenanigans going on in front of him going into the final corner.
He could gain some places here. There's a chance anyway. Oh, I can hear some crashing. What's
I
that?
heard something then. Across the line, it's going to be Max Wright that gets 12th, 18th for the start of the lap, 13th for Reyes, 14th Oscar, 15th for Verke, 16th Graham. Kip Stevens finishing in 17th.
He was 12th at the start of the lap as well. So, big disappointment for him. It's all down to that sort of bad line / the contact at Arnage.
And the first chicane as well, yeah.
Sorry, the first chicane, yep. And yeah, it really did handicap him somewhat there. It's been a fantastic race for Andreas Katz. Finished third. I was a tiny bit surprised that he couldn't win there, Adam, given the fact that he was so high up the grid and performances he sees. But he did drive very well at the end because Automech did their very best to try to foil him.
I wouldn't be too surprised if he just relinquished the lead thinking he was going to be able to get it back later in the lap. And yeah, Kat's voicing his opinion on the chat, calling a bit of blocking in there. But
it was blocking, but also it wasn't. There was nothing illegal. No illegal moves there, was there?
Really?
They were holding the line. They were in the right place on the circuit. So I think it was all fine. Roberts is struggling along now. Still got half the circuit still to go here, Adam, with a lot of damage.
Oh dear, yeah, he's on his way towards Indianapolis.
This might be a while.
God, the car is crabbing appallingly.
What happened to him?
Maybe it was Roberts, yeah.
He was like that at the start of lap 3 and the start of lap 2. So it must have been at the very end of lap 1, was it?
Have a look then. Roberts going through, just watching it now from the start of lap 1.
He had an off in the Porsche curves in the first lap. Oh, and he hit the wall hard. And I'm amazed he didn't have to retire. Absolutely amazed.
Oh dear, yeah, it's on the... I don't see cars going off there, actually.
Not really, no, because he hit the tyre barrier.
Yeah, it's because he put two wheels into the grass going through the exit of the right-hander.
Look at how he's having to drive the car. Go on board with him. Suspension really damaged. He's having to
turn left. Yeah.
Drive at virtually 60 degrees. Keep it in a straight line, and even that's a struggle. Oh, heck.
Oh, that's a shift. Up a gear.
To avoid crashing, I think, more than anything. Hey, mate. Right, take us through the finishing order then, Adam, if you can, as John makes his way to the end.
Yeah, we might just do it in time by the time he gets across the line. Rory Butcherden takes the win. Stuart McFadden second. Andreas Katz in third. That do for the championship. We'll wait and see. Alex Walensky finishing in fourth. Fifth, Stalin Chapelewski. Sixth, Diogo Mauro. All three of those guys working their way through the field pretty much together. Jack McIntyre finishing in at seventh. Eighth, Stuart Atkinson. Ninth, Andy Shield. And 10th, Richard Gore. 11th, Tristan Bodis. 12th, Max Wright. 13th for Jamie Ayres. 14th for Tommy Ostgaard. Oh, dear John. Oh my God, he tries to negotiate the Porsche curves. Roy Verke 15th, 16th Rob Graham, 17th Kip Stevens, 18th Lee Barmer, 19th Scott Malcolm, and 20th is Scott Malcolm. No, it's Steve Richardson, I should say. 21st is Zara Rizzo, 22nd Colin Robinson, 23rd Mark Woodhouse, 24th Peter Van Gaal, 25th Michael Blake, 26th is Andrew Whitehead, 27th Simon Roden, 28th Steve Hefford, who might finish a bit lower than that actually. Lee Berridge 29th. The pole sitter again down there. Could he make it 3 reverse grid poles in a row? And 30th is going to be John Roberts, I believe. Maybe actually 29th, because Steve Hepper didn't finish, obviously.
Well, let's see then. John Roberts has just got 2 chicanes to go. Did Lee Berridge finish the race?
Let me go for the timing for you.
I don't think he did. So Roberts might get...
He's been in the pits, yeah.
Roberts might get ahead of Berridge here. Let's see. Did complete the full race distance, John Roberts, so well done to him in the end. 2 laps with a badly damaged car.
4 minutes behind. And Lee Berridge is the last car 1 lap down again. Oh, for goodness sake, man.
He wouldn't have been far off getting lapped if there was another lap, actually, no?
Yeah, 4 minutes and 46 seconds behind. Well then.
But he did gain 2 places by doing that.
We've been told, yeah, grabbing to the end.
So it depends whether Hefford and Berridge were Hefford and Berridge disqualified?
Berridge wasn't disqualified. I can tell you that. Hefford was disqualified, actually.
So Berridge. Okay, so Berridge is the candidate for the full again, is he?
Yeah, Berridge is a candidate. Yeah, so
he might have 3 pole positions in a row.
And all of them reverse.
I don't think we've ever seen that.
No, I'm not. Well, we've
had 2 in a row.
It's a good thing, and it's also a terrible thing because
it means that you haven't
terrible
done very well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we'll call an eventer then. For the final time this season.
Yeah.
Oh, race 48 and 48.
The final reverse grid wheel until we fire it back up in anger for the Pro Series. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Berridge again?
It is Bull. It's Lee Berridge. He's back on the pole again. Steve Hefford will be starting second, even with his disqualification, I think. John Roberts, there you go. If you're persistent, you'll get your way, and you'll get 3rd place. Simon Rose in 4th, and Andrew Whitehead will be starting in 5th for the final race of the season. Kip Stevens will be happy with that as well, because
yes, he will.
Nearer towards the front. It's a shame we don't have the points going into this final race.
No, and I don't even think we can work them out either. There's so many different permutations, and I'm sure we might have some idea by the end. We'll try to let you know after race 4. I think what we'll do is we'll do race 4. We'll go away. We'll see if we can get the points, and then we'll try and do some interviews after that as well. So stick with us here. We've got one more race tonight. It's the championship decider of the Winter Series. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you back here at Le Mans in about 10 minutes.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance.
Welcome everybody to the final race of the season in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Winter Series. Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Conrad Venter bringing you the live coverage of the championship decider, Adam. Kip Stevens versus Andreas Katz versus Stelian Chepulevsky.
It'll be brilliant, isn't it? Shame we don't know the championship points, but it's going to be on a knife's edge, I think. And, well, Kip Stevens is going to be starting nearer the front for this final race of the day. And Kip Stevens, and Andreas Katz, I should say, knows all about harsh championship deciders, where he was one corner away from winning it back at Daytona in 2015 in the BSR TC Pro Series. Doesn't want to suffer the same mistake again here.
Don't let him hear you say that.
Title. I know I'm going to get... Oh, as Simon Roden crashes.
Big one, I'm going to get in the Porsche curves.
I might have to claim responsibility for that if that goes wrong.
You might have to get fired again.
I have to get seriously fired, properly fired, I think, this time.
Fired.
I have to stand in front of a jury for that one if anything went that bad.
Well, that's it. Kat's looking for another trophy to add to his collection. Not an official BSR TC championship, of course. It's not running the Kia Optima, but they'll go down as a Winter Series champion alongside Jamie Fluke. But I think we sort of have adopted last year's Kia Winter Series as a legitimate title victory, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was the same length as the older seasons that we used to run. This obviously a completely new season. I reckon this is going to be a fixture going forward. Is that in the Winter Series? I would imagine, Adam, for the MX-5. Do you think, or do you think they'll revert to the Kia Optima again?
It's a welcome break, and to be honest, I think by the time it's finished, I think we've all missed the Kia. So I think it served its purpose. I know I have. After watching the Kia Optima races we've had in the Kia Cup on Saturday nights, it's made me miss it in the Pro Series. And the Pro Series will be getting underway again on the 20 as he loads the calendar up, and it just completely dies on me. The Pro Series will start on the 23rd of March. So we'll have a 3-week break. No, 2-week break, yeah, and then we'll be back on the 23rd.
Yes, 3 weeks away. Yeah, fantastic season in process. Excuse me, in prospect. I can't talk at all. I forgot to English properly today. But yeah, great season in prospect. We've got over 40 drivers racing in full time. We're going to have privateers as well. We could have some 60-car grids along the way. So, and of course, the prize fund of once again over $10,000.
Back in the day, that was biggest, and I think it might even, I don't know how much the Formula Renault is now, but yeah, back in the day it was the biggest for any private league on iRacing.
That's got $35,000 prize fund, is that?
Worth of prizes,
with all the equipment and everything involved in that. Remember as well, you can still, if you are a driver in that series, you can still win some of those prizes by finishing the races, getting some points, getting your name in the raffle pot. Right.
For the final time then, it's Berridge.
The hat trick.
It's Lee Berridge for the third time, yeah. I wonder if it might be the hat trick of he's just hit Lee Berridge. John Roberts starting in second, Simon Roden in third. He was the king of reverse grid poles at one point. Fourth, Andrew Whitehead. Fifth, Michael Blake. Sixth, Peter Van Gool. Seventh, Mark Woodhouse. Eighth, Colin Robinson. Ninth, Cesare Rizzo. Steve Richardson. 10th, as we get the flyover again. Scott Malcolm, 11th, Lee Barmer. 13th, Kip Stevens. 14th, Rob Graham. 15th, Roy Verke. 16th is Tommy Ostgaard, as we're running out of time here. 17th, Jamie Ayres. 18th is Max Wright. 19th, Tristan Bottas. Richard Gore, 20th. Diogo Mero starting in 24th. Stelian Chapelewski was starting in 25th. Dave Christie's joined the grid. He's starting at the back.
Right.
Steve Hefford will be starting in last.
Okay, then. Final race of the season. Good luck, everybody. The championship will be decided.
Green, green, green.
From now, as the green light is on for the final time for the Mazda MX-5, Berridge and Robertson. Roberts has got a great start. Roberts was crabbing across the line in the last round, desperate to try and take the lead from Lee Berridge early on and give himself a fighting chance at the victory.
Here comes Roden.
Roden flying up the inside. Let's check on the championship contenders then. Kip Stevens right in the middle of all the stuff going on. You can see
It's been a bad start. It's been a bad start for Kip Stevens. He's down 5 positions already.
Andreas Katz is 2 positions behind Stevens, so Katz will be the champion as it stands.
Yeah, he's up 5 places. Good start from Andreas Katz there.
Roy Verke
in
is
contact. It's Roden.
Roy Verke already the AM champion. He settled that at the end of race 2. Oh, crash! Smolensky and McCarran.
Onto the Mulsanne straight we go then for the first time. Lee Berridge doing what he did in race 2. Got a good start and he's already 9/10 of a second ahead. Well, obviously that'll get reduced to 0 by the time we get to Mulsanne. But
he has made a smart move though. He's come across. Roberts was a bit slow in recognising that. So this is what Lee Berridge has to do at least, Adam, anyway.
Stevens right in the mix in that huge gaggle of cars that we've got in the midfield. As here comes, who's that for second place? It's Whitehead.
But Whitehead headed off by his teammate John Roberts. Peter Van Gool is in there. Actually, that's the first time I think we've mentioned Peter Van Gool in a race all night.
It's McIntyre. He's off in the Forza chicane. What happened there?
Not sure.
Oh,
Max
dear.
Wright's got to slow down.
Alex Smolensky's out, I can tell you that much as well.
Smolensky, yeah, that's what he crashed with McCarran.
Done for the season.
Yep, he'll be dusting off the Kia Optima sooner rather than later, I think. Alex Smolensky. Now then, Kip
Roberts
Stevens
takes the lead.
Yeah, he did make a bad start because he's 13th on the grid. I don't think he's 13th anymore, is he?
Well, he's 17th.
Yeah, and Andreas Katz. And the thing is, he normally makes good starts.
Well, Berridge has taken the lead back, so that didn't last long.
Andreas Katz doing a good job.
Already up 7 positions. Yeah, he's up to 20th place.
Close battle for the lead. Like you say, Berridge and Roberts. Roberts is trying round the outside, but it's never really a good position to be in going into Mulsanne corner. We'll try it.
Oh, Berridge getting Berridge getting a slide on the exit of Mulsanne.
Roberts is complete. Oh, Katz is around.
Andreas Katz, championship leader. What happened there?
Well, he's got some rear damage.
Oh, he got hit by his own teammate. Oh, God.
I can have a few guesses.
Nathan
52,
Davies.
Stelian Chepelewski.
Oh, it's Stelian. Sorry, Nathan Davis. It was Cheppy. Well, that's going to be a bit awkward. You don't want to be in their team. He's speaking back.
They've got to drive the whole 2017 together.
Well,
and it's just a misjudgment, I think, is it?
Well, Katz is
Oh.
now in 29th. Kip Stevens is in 17th for that, just for the sake of argument. But how far is Andreas? How far has Andreas Katz suffered? He's only just got.
Chepelevsky lets Katz through.
He's only just let him by, so that shows you how much time he lost. Kip Stevens is now, whereabouts is he on the track? He's just heading through Arnage, so not too much distance between them, but that's
Katz
definitely set Andreas Katz back a bit.
Katz can still see Stevens, that's the important thing. Even in the distance.
Here comes
Look at this
Van
gaggle,
Gool.
though, between Østegård and Van Gool
Graham and...
Sorry, Østegård, sorry, not
Robinson.
Østegård. I'm thinking of someone completely different there.
Odegaard, yeah, football, no.
Or Rennie Osterkamp.
Yeah,
maybe.
many
Put
Osters
together.
on the Osterreich ring.
Very good.
It's
Melrose around the outside. There was nearly a crash in front of Stevens. Stevens has lost 5, 6, 7 places.
Got a bit of damage.
He's dropping down the order.
Losing valuable points here. He's down to, oh goodness me, he's down to 25th place.
Oh, 25th. Katz is the one behind him, is he?
Yeah, Katz is 27th, yeah.
Oh dear.
Maybe Kip doesn't want to present the trophy to himself.
Well, he did look the gift horse in his mouth, and it spat at him, I think. By the looks of it, as he goes past, who that is actually? Who is that? Who is that in the monster? Is it Rizzo?
It's he's trying to get past Malcolm actually.
Oh, is that Malcolm? Is it? Sorry, I'm not showing an automech livery for Scott Malcolm for some reason. It's a slow car, Rory Butch. Crash on the main straight.
Oh my word! And that's Katz past Kip Stevens.
Stevens had to brake
to avoid Atkinson.
So Katz again. Well, he was in the championship taking position anyway. Back up to there. Nathan Davis lets him through. Nathan Davis has been in the wall, I think.
What's happened to
Katz scything past Rory Butcher.
What's happened to Rizzo? He was 4th a second ago. And what's happened to Berridge? It's Berridge.
He's in the wall.
And unfortunately, we can't say he's just hit Lee Berridge because he went off on his own.
Peter Van Gool into the lead then.
Lost it on the entry into Tetra Rouge. Well,
here comes John Roberts. It's a bit of a strange place to lose it, that, isn't it?
The entry, it was just the load of the car.
So John Roberts takes the lead.
Oh my word, have you seen this pack just behind them? Car 66, Østegård. Oh my word. Michael Blake in there as well. 4 wide.
Somebody's on the hard shoulder.
That's Shield.
No, it's not. It's 45. Rob Graham on the hard shoulder.
And car 4 as well. Andy Shields on both sides.
That's not the track limits though, and Rob Graham wisely realises that. Mike Woodhouse is in there as well. Had a terrible meeting. Oh, Richard Gore's got a slowdown.
Oh dear.
So that's Bodice through, and Melrose, and Steve Richardson, and Rizzo.
And many more.
Oh, and Jamie Ayres, and Robinson, and Palmer, and all of them actually. Gore's having terrible trouble serving this penalty.
Tell you what, Lee Berridge is back in the pits. He could have 1 million reverse grid poles and it wouldn't work out for him at this rate.
Oh dear.
But
yeah, I'll tell you what, you dream of one opportunity, don't you, to get the reverse grid pole and to see what you can do. You get 3, you would hope you'd convert 1 into at least the top 10, but yeah, unfortunate for Lee Berridge. Good driver, but it's just not falling for him today. And speaking of not falling for him, Kip Stevens, who's had a very good season, just all gone to pot for him as well, hasn't it? Richard Gore, is he still serving his penalty?
Down in Richard Gore's down
he's
in
all right.
19th place.
That's not Richard Gore, that is Nathan Davies going quite slowly, I think. Meanwhile then, is Peter Van Gool back into the lead?
Yes, he is. He's just got past John Roberts. 3rd is Andrew Whitehead. So Roberts and Whitehead, they know each other well.
There's still potential, though, for interesting developments, because there's still 2 laps to go. Yeah, Roberts and Whitehead don't want to take each other out. Teammates hit each other in this very race. Stelin Chepelevsky's going to be about as red-faced as...
3 wide! It's Osterkamp, Shield and Blake.
Østegård.
What did I say? Osterkamp.
Osterkamp,
Oh,
yep.
there you go. There's
Could
my
be that
save.
as well. Here comes Michael Blake versus Andy Shield. Luminous yellow versus lemon yellow. Is anybody going to be a lemon?
Who's going to get squeezed? Who's going to get juiced?
Juiced. Yeah, that's it.
Who's going to end up on pancakes?
Is anybody going to get pipped? Oh!
Nearly
I
contact,
had
yeah.
something go on, but I didn't see any contact. What's this behind? Ayres, Rizzo, McFadden, Robinson, Richardson, Gore, Barm, they're all in there.
They're all in there. Everyone apart from Kip Stevens, who is battling with Dan Hunt. But
it's unbelievable, isn't it? It's completely unbelievable.
Well, here comes Van Gool then for the lead again. Whitehead's going to turn in around the outside. Is Roberts going to try and follow his good pal at Boosted? Going to go at the inside, but Van Gool turns in.
Yeah, Van Gool, good commitment there.
This is going to allow everyone else to close in.
Good that these guys getting a chance to shine at the front, isn't it? Good run, Van Gool! Van Gogh!
No! Van gone. Well.
Oh dear.
Was that just? Did he just lose the car?
Yeah, I think he did. It's the Porsche curves. They get Woodhouse with the slow down. Well, that's places for everyone else. Crashing! I can hear it. Where is it? It's Gore!
Oh no! And it's Barmer.
What's happened there? Oh, Gore's had a steering failure, I think.
Hefford's crashed as well, by the way, on the exit of the Porsche curves, doing your typical crash there.
It's all helping Andreas Katz, isn't it? There's a minute.
There's Nathan Davis.
Where is Andreas
as well.
Katz?
He is. Wow, he's in a 15th place.
Oh, my goodness. Missed him on the timing screen. I thought he was so far down the timing sheet. But he just sort of jumped up there just as he crossed the line.
I've lost Nathan Davis. I don't know what's happened to him. I think he's been disqualified. But,
I think that would be right. So on that lap, we've
see what happened.
We lost Berridge, Gore, Atkinson. Look at the state of his car. Barely getting into the pit lane. Shepelevsky, he's well down.
No.
What?
It's McFadden. Lost it on his own, similar to in the same spot.
Oh,
where...
Robinson.
Go on.
Robinson cut the course.
I was just going to say that McFadden lost it in the same corner where Lee Berridge went. So, yeah, that's a problem for McFadden. He's got going again, I believe.
Look at the state of Gareth Hickling's car as he's battling with Stuart McFadden now. When McFadden goes through.
Oh, it's the top four for the lead here.
Stevens as well.
Oh my word, what's Shield doing? Steaming around the outside. It's going to be free wide into the Forza chicane.
And Shield, Shield's just missed his braking point a tad. He's going to be under pressure from Østgaard and Andrew Whitehead.
Coming up on Simon Roden up in front.
Here comes Østgaard.
Scandinavian man.
Oh, I can't quite.
Well, this traffic could actually shake
look
up
at
things.
Roden's car. Look at the state of it.
Oh, they're all weaving about.
Here comes Whitehead. Whitehead gives Shield a punt into the braking area.
Oh, Shield's so late on the brakes and he makes it.
Yeah, but is he going to get a good exit? The answer is not really. No, he's okay. Don Roberts is right behind us. Østgaard's blinking. Looks like it's these four that it's between at the minute.
They'll roll out Melrose. Melrose just 1.5 seconds behind.
True.
Already won a race today.
Got damaged, Melrose, but you're right. Can't rule him out. Side by side, Shield and John Roberts. Into Mulsanne corner. Roberts has to do a cutback if he wants to.
Østgaard's got a fantastic run on the exit of Mulsanne there.
Yeah, Roberts just didn't really have any traction. Going to get the slipstream. Whitehead's going to try and push his boosted motorsport colleague. Østgaard
a bit of a boost.
Yeah, Østgaard is still flying through, and he's got the slipstream from Shield now. He's going to complete this move, I think. Is Tommy Østgaard. Oh! Whitehead's driven through him. What's
He's
going
driven
on?
through him.
He's inside.
Where the Mario Kart boxes? He must have unlocked something.
Carception.
He's unlocked the ghost one.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh dear, this is not going to go well.
Oh, well, he has somehow. Oh, Melrose up into fourth.
Well, Andrew Whitehead must either he's
Oh, he's going through. Oh,
he's one of the deceased or something. But he can go through cars.
That's it. He's like Bruce Willis. As, all the time.
Casper Whitehead.
Osgard and Shield. Osgard might have the advantage actually if he can possibly drive into Andy Shield and not hitting anything. I don't know. Here we go. Then.
Shield into the Porsche curves.
Bash!
Oh no, that's Whitehead.
Have crashed. Whitehead's gone. Melrose disqualified.
Well then it's into the wall goes Osgard. He's trying to get past Shield.
Did he hit the wall? Did it damage him? Can he feel pain? We don't know. He's on the grass
Terminator.
now.
Well, something out of the Matrix. I don't know, but it's not. It might carry him to victory. We've got a few corners to go.
Smoothness is key, of course. Katz and Stevens are going to make it to the end.
2 corners to go. Who's going to win the final race of the season? Is it going to be Shield? Is it going to be Osgard? I think it should be Andy Shield.
Should be Shield. Oh, he's gone deep. Oh, it's going to be very close. We're going to have a photo finish.
It's Shield.
Andy Shield just about takes the victory. And into the... Oh, Katz has spun. Katz has crashed with Dan Hunt at the final chicane.
Should still make it across the line.
And Andreas Katz is the 2017 British Sim Racers Winter Series champion. But it's not without a struggle. Not without a controversy at the end, but Andreas Katz has driven a good meeting, and his reward is the title.
Kip Stevens was able to get to 15th at the end. But yeah, unfortunately, I think it should be. Yeah, I think it is Andreas Katz that's going to be the champion.
Do we have any stragglers? Elliot.
Lee Berridge still out there. No, he's back in the pits. Selin Jafalewski, yeah, he's just going through the final part of the Porsche curse now with what looks like a relatively new car. Has he been in the pits? Yes, he has.
Probably drove slowly on the last lap through shame more than anything. I don't know.
Something about Van Gool. He's just coming into Indianapolis. So
is Van Gool still going?
Yeah.
Well, there's a long time for him to get to the end.
Dave Christie's just come across the line, finishing in 24th place.
No, one race, one finish for Christie. I think he'll be fairly happy with that.
Scott Malcolm.
He's had a pretty bad run of form, hasn't he, Dave Christie?
Scott Malcolm was only 18 seconds behind the leader at the start of the last lap. Now he's down in at least 27th place, so something must have happened there.
Van Gool might catch Malcolm here, you know.
Yeah, especially if Malcolm makes it a struggle to get through the Porsche curves.
Well, Malcolm's only doing 100 kilometres an hour, and Van Gool's doing 160. But he's got a chance of
car crabbing, I think it is as well.
It's horrible crabbing.
Didn't he have to do this? Who was it that was doing? Oh, it was Lee Berridge that did it in. It was John Roberts as well, actually, that did it in race 3, wasn't it?
He might make it. He might get Malcolm, you know. Oh, Malcolm needs to hurry up. We could have a photo finish.
Precious points at stake here.
Yes. Van Gool going as fast as he dares. Oh, we can see him. He speeds up. He speeds up in a desperate attempt to try to get another place.
I think 50 kilometres an hour quicker is going to get him, isn't he? Oh.
I don't know. Oh, he's off. If he doesn't get disqualified. Oh, Malcolm can't defend anything. Oh, he can't because he's having to turn right just to go around the corners.
Into the final corner.
I thought he was off then, was Van Gool, but... Oh, well, that's a place for Peter Van Gool. That's 2 places, in fact. If you count the fact that Melrose crashed
and got disqualified. Yeah. Malcolm gets 27th, and that's it. That's everyone done.
I believe so. Right then, Adam, if you could take us through the final results for the last time this season in the Winter Series.
Okay, so Andy Shield takes his first win of the season. It's racking them up. Tommy Osgard gets second. Third for John Roberts, fourth Michael Blake, fifth Rob Graham, sixth is going to be Jamie Ayres, seventh is Cesario Rizzo, eighth Rory Butcher, ninth Mark Woodhouse, and 10th Andrew Whitehead, 11th for Roy Viverke. There's Andreas Katz, 12th, despite getting spun off by his own teammate. Dan Hunt, 13th, 14th is Kip Stevens. After leading the championship pretty much the whole way, coming up second best, I think, at the end. Steve Richardson, 15th, 16th, Colin Robinson, 17th, Gareth Hickling, 18th, Tristan Bollis, 19th, Max Wright, 20th, Lee Barmer, 21st, Steve Hefford, 22nd, Stuart McFadden, 23rd, for Dave Christie, 24th, Stadion Chepelevsky, 25th, Nick McCarron, 26th, Peter Van Gaal ahead of Scott Malcolm there in 27th, and the cars one lap down or more. Diogo Mello disqualified, Stuart Atkinson, who crashed out, so he didn't get disqualified. Lee Berridge out. Simon Roden also out. We saw him get lapped. Richard Gore 2 laps down. Nathan Davis also 2 laps down. 3 laps down. Jack McIntyre and Alex Smolensky ended matters pretty early on in that fourth and final race of the season.
Well, that was certainly not dull. That was exciting until the very, very end. And we've certainly enjoyed ourselves in the Winter Series. What I think we'll do is
we've got a driver for an interview.
Oh, do we have? I was going to say we'll go for a break and see if we have any interviews, but yeah, we do already have
Andrew Whitehead. He's come over to the Apex team to speak. We were going to head over to the BSR one, but since Andrew Whitehead is already here,
we were having some severe issues over on that server earlier on, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But Andrew Whitehead has been boosted into the commentary box.
Good evening.
Right then, mate. That was eventful, wasn't it?
I don't know what just happened.
Melro just went for it. Yeah. Well, you were working well with your with your good friend John Roberts.
Yeah, it was. Do you know what? It was just one of those unfortunate things. It's so hard to judge where the other car is. You know, it's alongside, and you know what? I think maybe I didn't give him enough room. Maybe he tried to brake a little bit later. I would say it was a 6 and 2 3s thing, but brilliant racing until then.
I'll say you had a good meeting in general in terms of the action out there on the track. What's this Winter Series been like in terms of change from the Kia Optima? Have you been glad for it?
It's a Marmite thing, really, isn't it? I suppose with the car, it's so prone to those incidents and so prone to damage, and when you get it repaired, it doesn't actually repair it properly. But it's incredible fun to drive. So it's a frustrating little thing, but I was surprised actually. I didn't think, because it wasn't as quick as the Kia, I thought it wouldn't be as exciting, but it really has been great fun little thing.
Still pretty quick in its own way, isn't it? The cornering speeds are still quite high. They might even be slightly higher than what the Kia can do. So yeah, it's quite a good mix. I'll tell you what, a couple of things to look forward to then, mostly for yourself. We've got the King of the Ring on Sunday coming up. It's going to be live here on Sunday evening on Apex Racing TV. The Nordschleife, 1 hour. Sounds like a recipe for either something fantastic or an absolute disaster, depending on whether you like the track or not, I guess.
And either way, it'll be monumental. So it's a win-win, isn't it?
Well, that's it. And just how difficult is it to drive around the Nordschleife for an hour and survive?
It's all right, actually. I think as long as you can get settled into a rhythm, as long as people give you a bit of room and don't go for silly dive bombs in silly places, it's actually quite a... I think it looks scarier than it is the bottom line.
Yeah, I think once you know that, if you know the track properly, I think it does definitely help. Are you looking forward to the Pro Series then? Starting in 3 weeks' time, a full season on tap for that. What are the aims and what are the goals for that?
Oh, can't wait. We're doing we're running a similar lineup to last season. Still running until we get some sort of serious sponsorship in place. We're still running under the boosted banner. So it'll be myself and John and Stuart Atkinson in the AM class, and we've got Ben Hackerson and George Simmons in the Pro class. So I think we've got a good steady lineup. We've got a couple of feisty racers and some steady eddies as well. So Just finished doing the paints, which is always exciting. So we'll be ready for a media day soon enough. Yeah, really good. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good set of tracks, good series, always very well run, very well broadcast. I mean, you can't say enough positive things about the way it's all organised and the work that you guys do. It's a phenomenal thing to be a part of. It really is. And as a team, we can't wait.
Well, we love it, and I think it's going to be fun for us to get our slightly more serious heads back on and really get into it. Because the Winter Series has been a good bit of fun, and we've had got a few jokes, a few puns, and all this business. But yeah, the fight for $10,000 or more is going to be on again. And Adam, I can't wait.
Neither can I. Yeah, 2-week break and then get the Kias at Phillip Island and we get it underway again all the way through to November, December time.
And big news as well there, obviously. You heard it here first, guys and girls. Andrew Woodhouse has a serious head.
There you go.
It has been known to
that's
happen.
a shocking note
It's a revelation.
Yeah.
It should be in the Bible as much of a revelation, I think. But yeah, it's it can happen.
That's a perfect way to end this interview, probably.
It is indeed. You swines. But yeah, Andrew, thanks for joining us again. And do you want to thank the sponsors or thank the team, friends, family, whoever?
Yeah, I'm mostly Stuart Atkinson, John Roberts, Tristan Bodist, Anthony Gray, the lads who raced with us this season. Great team. We haven't been able to make it every week, but when we have, we've really enjoyed it. So fantastic. Thanks again to everybody who puts this on. It's a fantastic show. Great to be a part of it.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining us again. And excuse me, yeah, we'll see you on Sunday for the King of the Ring, and then after that for the Pro Series.
Lovely. Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Andrew Whitehead there.
Yes, and exhilarated by the start of the Pro Series coming up, I think. And you know what, we are as well, and I think it's going to be a fantastic little jaunt. It'll go until December. It's definitely not going to be little, but it's going to be the third Pro Series. Can you believe it's the third one already?
Can't believe that, no. And altogether, it will be the 6, 7, 8 first Pro Series, Winter Series, 2016 Pro Series, and this Winter Series. It'll be the 8th season of us three working together.
And I believe it could be the first one potentially broadcast in high definition as well.
No, yeah, Motors TV.
Has now become
Motorsport.
Has now
TV,
become Motorsport TV. Yes,
in HD as well.
That's going to be in HD, and we can't wait to showcase that. And yeah, well, just really looking forward to the fight and seeing everybody. I just love seeing the new teams, the new liveries, seeing how everybody's improved, and seeing what names are going to be fighting it out for the championship. Because on such big grids, we say it every year, but it is a massive cliche. It's the truth that the grid is getting closer and closer and closer, and the battling we could have is just going to be ridiculous, I reckon. Okay.
When you feel the finishing order, then it is. Well, there you go, viewers. Well, we've been made to look like fools. Kip Stevens is the 27th.
Are we serious?
He is the champion for 2017.
Are we sure?
Yeah, well, there's been update. Well, it was a 16-point swing going into this race meeting. Katz ahead of Stevens, and now we leave with Stevens having a 16-point lead on Andreas Katz. Hang on, are we sure?
I'm not sure about that.
Because Stelian Shefalewski's 90 points behind.
I don't think that's quite how it should be there.
But well,
I'm gonna hold off on that, I reckon.
Shows what we know. Well, we can.
Is it on?
This is the BSR website. But,
is it on the Facebook?
Let's have a look. Well, we can. Well, this is cutting edge. Pausing here. We're having to check Facebook for facts.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that one out.
Well, Kip Stevens said that I've said that you won, Andres.
We're not sure.
But well, should we just run you through what it says on the site anyway? Kip Stevens apparently is in first. Second, third is Selin Chepalevsky, 4th for Verke, 5th for Roberts, 6th Mark Woodhouse. That's important actually, because Woodhouse has pipped Woodhouse the second. How bad of an evening he has. Richard Gore 7th. Max
Roberts.
Yeah, Mark Woodhouse. How bad of an evening he has.
Yeah. You just said no.
Max
Sorry, it's
Rice,
just you said
8th,
Woodhouse has
McIntyre-
Woodhouse has picked Woodhouse to second there for a second.
Oh, there you go. McIntyre
Oh, we're
9th
having fun here.
and 10th. Yeah, well, we've already cocked up the championship. We might as well cock up the rest of 10th, Dan
Yep.
Hunt. Well,
we'll figure it out, I reckon.
well, yeah, we'll probably announce it when we come back on air.
Oh, so hold on, wait. So, looking at it, and they're saying that pending this race is Kip wins by 16 points, pending penalties because he won his appeal against a penalty that was given last week, and the points hadn't been amended to state that he won his appeal, so he got his points back.
There you go. Yeah.
So
And
it could be that Kip Stevens indeed is the champion, but of
that's
course
what tips it in the balance. Yeah.
all the results are unofficial, thank goodness, because we usually get them wrong. But yeah, it looks
Did we
like
get anything right?
It looks like Kip Stevens has done it, which completely removes all intrigue from that last race.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good
unfortunately.
thing that we're not. When this race isn't getting edited because yeah, we'd have to edit all that stuff out. What's going on?
I tell you what, then, on that bombshell, I think it's time to end.
Yes, what's been a pretty crazy season to say the least. Anyway, we started at Okayama all the way back on the 15th of December. They went to Spa, Watkins International, Monza, the Nordschleife, Road Atlanta, Bathurst, Brands GP, the Nürburgring GP, Suzuka East, and then ended the season at somewhere after that. And then, because I haven't got it down on my sheet, and the Le Mans to end the season.
Yep. But you know what? Regardless of who's won, and regardless of the points and what they are and what they are not,
as the champion, Kip Stevens has said, it's all been a bit of fun.
It has all been a bit of fun. It's been a great season. I've really enjoyed covering it. Thank you everybody at home for watching, and we'll be back before that, of course, on Apex Racing TV with a lot of the other series that we run. But in terms of the BSR, we'll be back for the Pro Series in 3 weeks' time when that begins again at Phillip Island. Join us as well for that, and possibly for the car reveals, the media day, and things like that as well. So yeah, we're back soon. So thank you, Adam. Thank you, Conrad. And thank you, everybody at home, for watching. Goodbye.